have a question for the single men of TikTok and of the world. Is buying a girl a drink still something that we do? Still something that y'all do at the bar? You see a pretty girl, you want to talk to her, you offer to buy her a drink? Because I never in my life, not once, have had someone come up to me and ask to buy me a drink.
I wonder how many times she offered guys a drink. Maybe she should try it, and one day she might get lucky.
So I'm just wondering, is that a thing we still do? Is there something wrong with me? What's going on?
That's a thing of past. We are done. Nope. I had too many women accept the free drink but do not want to talk after. I get that. I'm not entitled to anyone's attention, but no one is entitled to my money. The older generation like myself would have done 30 plus years ago, but not any longer. No. We are done with any chance of rejection. I no longer do this. No benefit whatsoever. Nope. Usually ends up being a waste of money. I wish I could ask her what benefits guys get for doing it. She knows there are no benefits for us, but she still wants us to do it. We are being responsible with our money, so we won't spend it on things that have little to no return on our investment. If she was able to list all the benefits someone would enjoy by getting her a drink, I know it would have motivated many. The older generation had a different reality, and that's why they had no issue doing it. Her video proves that things have changed because she is a fairly attractive woman and shouldn't have this issue, but this generation isn't willing to give out free drinks to someone they have never seen before. Imagine being rejected after offering to buy someone a drink. That would have made anyone think whether this is something they want to go through again. Many guys already faced that situation, and that's also another reason they no longer see the point of doing it. Also, since she is expecting guys to buy her drink, when was the last time she did it for them? That is a good question, and most of us already know the answer to it. She is most likely expecting what she is not willing to do for others, and this is where it gets funny.
When it's another night where no man tried to buy you a drink, and you are starting to think maybe it's not because men are just intimidated by your beauty and don't feel worthy enough to approach you.
I think it's time that we all start to just consider the other possibility.
It's the recession. They don't have money. I've never bought drinks to random women. Is it actually a common occurrence? I tell myself I'm just so skinny that when I turn to the side they can't even see me. I have spent too long considering the other possibilities, so I will continue to be delulu when this happens. Maybe you could consider making the move yourself. You gotta have a better game than sitting at a bar waiting for someone to buy you drinks. Actually, that's a good strategy to cope with the new reality of the dating scene. Unless they know you, most guys are not paying for your drink for no reason, and this is something women are getting confused with. They don't understand why men change to the point where they have to go out with their own money to pay for their drinks. No long ago, this was not part of their reality. Things have changed, and they are noticing the difference. They are missing the time when all they had to do was show up, and all the drinks and other offers were placed on the table for them. The simp culture is slowly vanishing, and this is something they do not appreciate, but they will have to get used to it as this change came to stay. But we have to agree that they were not ready for it. Did you notice that she had to convince herself that we were not buying her drink because we were intimidated by her beauty? That was a strong coping method, but it won't last long as she won't be able to lie to herself every time she goes out. That's not possible, and this is probably when she will have to face reality and understand that this is a new era. Guys are abandoning the simp lifestyle as it offers little to no benefits. They are so used to the simp culture to the point they get confused when guys stop simping.
Dating in DC is trash. I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead, Allie.
All right, so we went out to 4 different bars yesterday.
Yeah, like lounges. They're all upscale.
All upscale, all at really high-end hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that we observed is that men want to approach you. They will approach you.
They were gonna approach you
after you pay your tab.
Yeah. It's a weird dating culture here. This is not like in New York. It's not like a Miami, where if men see you, they're like, "You're beautiful. Can I get you a drink? Can I get you something?" Right? And my thing is, we're wrapping up the night. Okay, no one's saying anything. We're just getting stares. And I'm like, well, we're just gonna go then. So we, pretty much the bill comes.
Yeah. And then one guy who's been eyeing Mara all night
Mm-hmm.
comes over, tells her, "You're so hot. I told my friends that I know you. That's why I'm staring."
And he's like, well, can you stay? Like, I'll get you something top shelf. And I said, well, we're actually about to leave. And we're actually about to close out the tab. So, I mean, if you want to cover this, you can. And if you want us to stay. But if not, like, we're just going to go. And what did he say? Go ahead.
He put his hand out and he said, "No, I can't do that."
I already told you girls, when a man says no to you, what the hell that means, okay?
Did they really expect a stranger to pay for their entire tab? That's the level of delusion we are currently dealing with. But those guys had a great response. This is a proof that simps are getting out of stock.
At this point, you're not even trying to impress. So I was like, okay, thank you for your no, and I'm gonna say no to you, so we're just gonna go then. So as we're leaving, he started chasing me down, talking about, where are you going? And I said, well, you're not gonna pay, so why are we gonna stay? And it's kind of like, if you're not going to, I think the bar culture or lounge culture is, if you want to talk to a single beautiful woman, that there is some type of, we want to pay, we want to do something, right? It's not free conversation out here. We're not doing that, okay? And then we went to another place and literally the same thing happened. We're about to leave, our things already paid. We want you to stay. We want you to stay now. We'll get you whatever you want. And it's like, but we already paid. Were you going to solve the problem? No. Yeah? So we had a continuation literally throughout the night of men who would wait for our bill to already be there and or pay, then want to come at us with the whole whatever.
So dating is trash because she couldn't get her tab covered? The entitlement is off the charts. Remember when women would approach a handsome man and offer to pay his tab? No? Me neither. We do not care. Why should men pay your bar bill? How is she not embarrassed about posting this video? They were smart by not engaging in the type of game she was trying to play. But why would someone who doesn't know you pay for your bill? That's the more important question, and this is what she should think about before making this video, but their level of entitlement is preventing them from understanding how unrealistic it sounds.
And then we went to another place and literally the same thing happened.
I am a bit confused. Are they trying to live the life they can't afford? This is how people place themselves in challenging situations and then look for others to help them with it. Don't try to act like you got it when you don't. They need to go places that fit their pocket. That would be a wiser decision.
Standing at the bar with no drink in her hand, and you don't offer to buy her a drink?
Listen clearly. If the difference between someone rejecting you and them giving you the time of day is you purchasing them, a complete stranger, anything, is that really the kind of person that you want? Like, you want to buy their attention so you have a chance at a romantic venture with them? Like, to me, that sounds like you have no sauce, in my personal opinion. And I know what you're thinking, yo, if you don't do it, someone else will. Well, guess what? Someone else will. And you know what that'll get them? Diddly squat, story time.
I tell girls to go get another guy to buy us both drinks. If you have to buy her a drink to get in the door, then you got zero sauce. It's a nice gesture, but it also depends on the type of woman. That's a valid point. It doesn't make sense to have to pay for their drinks in order to have their attention, and if you want to start a relationship with this dynamic, you will need to get your pocket ready for a lot more spending. You need to understand that chads will not be required to do any of it, so you shouldn't do it either. If you feel the need to use your money to get them to talk to you, it means that it's not worth it. You don't want to be in a relationship where your money is the only reason your partner is with you. Besides that point, we shouldn't ignore the fact that women can easily spot guys who are not confident and rely on money to get their attention. This is something that turns them off, and you will lose a lot of points on their scale. Most of them like a confident partner, and they know those players would never use money for that purpose. So using that strategy will certainly work against you in the long run.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we will understand the danger of living our life without a clear vision of what we want. We will dive into the main reasons those who decide to go with the flow are failing in life. You won't be able to make it if you don't have a clear vision of your destination. And more importantly, have the willingness to do what's required to achieve it.
And my 3 questions are, what do you want? How badly do you want it? And how much are you willing to suffer? And very often, a lot of people are unclear what they want from life. They don't sit down and think through. We are writing our own life story every day, and yet we don't think about it. Who do we want to be? Where do we want to live? What life do we want to lead? When we've finished our life, come to the end of our life and look back, what do we want to say that we've done? What do you want is a very powerful question. I want to be the best, Bill. Fine. How badly do you want it? You've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder, you've got to commit more.
As he mentioned, most people are unclear of what they actually want. I can go further and say that most just have a bunch of wish lists, and this is what is holding them back. They still didn't understand that having those wish lists won't take them anywhere. They needed a goal instead, something they want to achieve and work on daily. This is the only way they will even be able to live the life they dream of. I challenge you to test those around you. Ask them what they want and what their goals are. After asking them those questions, you will notice that most of them don't have clear goals, and this is why they will struggle to achieve anything in their life. You need to understand that you are writing your story daily. Therefore, make the best use of this opportunity and write the best story for yourself. So, make sure you know what you want and have a clear vision of the life you want to live. This is the only way you will be able to make it. Also, we can't forget that you will need to be prepared to do what is required to achieve it. This is all for today's video, and we hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel on your way out.